Hello! So it is Monday night. It's the beginning of a new reading vlog. To be honest, I just filmed this like twice and every time it comes out way too long. So we're going to try and do like a really quick intro to this reading vlog. Basically this week we need to try and read books for the Reading Rush readathon, which is the whole of this week, and also the Outlaw part of the Book Junkie Trials readathon, which is a readathon that's going the whole month. This week I'm just trying to read the books for the Outlaw part of the journey. I'll include links to both my TBRs if you want more details about those readathons and what I might be reading. Quickly, I have this cube put aside for the books that I need to read this week. So these ones are for the Reading Rush, and then this one's in both, and these ones are for the Outlaw part of the Book Junkie Trials. I also have quite a few audiobooks that I need to get this week, which I honestly have no idea whether it's realistic to get through this much audiobooks or not. I suspect not, but we're going to try. So firstly, I've started listening to The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest by Stieg Larsson. I also have Stronger, Faster and More Beautiful, which isn't for a readathon. It's by Arwen Ellis Dayton. I just saw Rachel Marie talking about it and I wanted to read it, so I got it out and now it's due back and I still haven't gotten to it. So we need to get to that this week. Also for the Reading Rush, I need to read Red Rising by Pierce Brown. And also, let's talk about today. So this morning, I listened to Pride and Prejudice the whole morning and finished the whole thing. Mostly that was for the Bards part of the Book Junkie Trials, but it is also my first book for the Reading Rush. It's actually the last challenge, the one to read a book to movie adaptation. I also need to watch that for this readathon. So at some point in this week, I'll be trying to watch Pride and Prejudice. I don't know when I'm going to have time to do that, but I'm going to try and do that. So that is a lot of reading that I need to do this week. I guess we're going to see how we can go and whether we can get it done while I'm still like trying to keep the rest of my life moving and not just read. Also, I am still finishing off Tilly and the Book Wanderers, which I was reading for the Step Right Up readathon that Nichi and Linda hosted. I will link that down below. I've totally missed it. It finished yesterday and I didn't finish this book, but I will finish it tonight for sure. It's going to be easy. And then I might try and pick up all my short reads for the Reading Rush before I fall asleep tonight, and we'll see whether we can just like finish a whole bunch of stuff off, which would be really nice, make me feel like I am winning even if it's not really true. So that's all the reading. I'll check up with you guys some more tomorrow about how we're going with our reading, but after this I'm going to include some footage of me and my sister going to visit Crimson Peak. So Crimson Peak is the first location for the Outlaw part of the Book Junkie Trials, and today we went and visited Crimson Peaks, or the local equivalent. Actually, Auckland has a lot of volcanoes, and while I was at the museum last weekend, we saw this exhibit all about how a volcanic eruption could happen at any time and we won't get much warning. But it's unlikely, but it could happen. Great. So it was fun to remind myself just how many volcanoes there are around. And also, I picked the particular one we went to, one because I used to live quite near there, and when I was very young I went to school across the road and we had to do cross countries up a volcano. But I thought that we were able to drive up, but we couldn't. We had to walk up a mountain just so that you guys could see us walking up a volcano and see the view. So I hope you enjoy it, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow about how the reading's going. Good afternoon. So it is Tuesday midday-ish. I honestly couldn't tell you what I've been doing all morning, even though I've been busy. But what was I doing? Anyway, I'm going to start doing some stuff now. I'm about to film my TBR machine video and also the challenge for the first day of the Reading Rush. I believe I've still got time, even though it's the second day for me. The video challenge wasn't released until like I was well asleep. So anyway, last night I did get some reading done. I managed to finish off Tilly and the Book Wanderers. I ended up really enjoying it. I especially like the villain in this. I thought that was really well done. So I really need to go and watch Nichi and Linda's video and see what else they had to say about this book. But for a middle grade book, I do recommend it. Also, I did go through and read a bunch of these other short ones. So I read the Gem and the Holograms comic. And to be honest, it was a bit disappointing. Like at the start, they're trying to agree on a movie to watch, and then each of the little comics in here is a different character's dream, and they're quite short and insubstantial. Not much happens. So it was a disappointment, but I will say Jem Bartel definitely does beautiful art, because this was her one. And as well, I quite enjoyed the one where they're all kids, especially Stormer and Kimber. Like, they are my favorites from when I was little, and they're definitely my favorite in here too. So it was okay, but not that much to it. Also, I read these 3 books from my childhood. So this one I was reading for both Crimson Peaks for the Book Junkie trials, as well as to reread a favorite for the Reading Rush. And I have to say, all 3 of these had the same problem, in that all 3 of these have an aspect of bullying or teasing, and it's never called out as bad behavior. And given that these are children's books, it really should be called out as bad. Like in this one, Katundra gets hassled for being fat, and then eventually she learns from this mole to eat more healthily and exercise, and she learns to be happy once she's skinny. And it's a little bit annoying that she has to be skinny in order to be happy. And also, why didn't the animals learn that they shouldn't be teasing her? This one, the other rabbits hassle Leo the lot because his ears go down instead of up. Eventually they learn that different people have different versions of normal, and that's okay, but it doesn't really call out that they shouldn't have been bullying him in the first place. And then Little Mouse on the Prairie, they're all teasing Tweezle, I think her name is, because she's working hard preparing for the winter. And in the end, they realize that they probably should have been doing that too, but also Tweezle learns the lesson that she probably should have been having some fun, like it's all about balance. Nice lesson, but again, the mice never get called out for bullying her. So I know that they're just silly little fun kids stories, but they're teaching children things, and so it was a little bit weird that they all had the same problematic aspect. I mean, they are books from quite a long time ago, so I guess bullying hadn't really been addressed in our cultures yet. I don't know. I guess a lot of people still see nothing wrong with bullying, and that's the problem with our world. Anyway, I've also just today started the Iron Trial. I've only read the prologue and chapter 1. The prologue ended on a very dramatic note, so I think I'm going to enjoy this. We'll see what happens. But right now, I do need to get to filming, because this afternoon I'm also going into town. I'm going to go and see the Queendom Stone, and I need to go to a meetup, which should be fun, but I just never want to leave the house anymore. That's the problem with me taking this year off. I honestly just want to do my own thing, and yet I've committed myself to do other things. Anyway, that's fine. I'm going to go do the Reading Rush challenge. We'll see how it goes. I will catch up with you later. Good morning. Oh yes, it's just still morning. It's 11:54. I just filmed my Reading Rush Day 2 challenge, as well as my Newsreadathon TBR, but I'm running out of time to edit and post up that Reading Rush challenge. It's really annoying the way that the challenges always come out while I'm sleeping, and then I end up with not much time to actually put them together, but the challenges of living in New Zealand, I guess. As far as reading goes, yesterday I mostly just listened to my audiobook a lot, so I've now only got 13 hours left of The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest, which I think is pretty good progress. I don't know how much I'm actually going to read today, but at least I made some progress on that, because when it comes to the Iron Trial, I don't really read much at all. Like, I'm up to page 64, and it is really interesting, and especially reading it so soon after reading Percy Jackson, it's interesting because there's parallels with that story and also with Harry Potter. I guess it's the same kind of idea where you've got this person learning about their powers and going off to a school type setting where they're going to learn about their powers and the magical world. But I am enjoying it. I just need to try and finish it today. Although I seem to have a lot of things to do, but I really am going to try really hard to finish this today, because otherwise I don't know how I'm going to get all those other books read. That's what I say all the time, but like, needing to do something doesn't make it possible. Anyway, that's fine. I am also really soon gonna head off to the Forgotten Forest with my sister, so you'll get to see that. And then I guess this afternoon I'll try and get some reading done. Maybe. Maybe. So this is us here at the Forgotten Forest. So I used to walk along this path over here every day for like a year on the way to work. And I never really realized there was a path here. And even when I knew there was one, I thought it was just a tiny path that went down a little way, but actually we're gonna see there's a whole big forest in here. You don't want to get lost in the Forgotten Forest. Yeah, people forget you and then you never come back, and no one even comes to look for you because they don't remember you.
You have to go over this bridge really tentatively. Be careful. Now watch out, there is a troll under here. Many years ago there is an old legend that there were 3 billy goat gruffs who came across this very bridge. And there is a very nasty troll under here, so just be careful. Roots and knobbles, they come alive at night.
Do they?
Oh yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound very safe.
They come alive at night, climb up the trees and wait. And then, as unawares travellers come walking through, they pounce down on them and rip their bloody throats out.
I don't know that I want to come here at night.
You don't go down there.
No thanks.
Sometimes use dogs to lead people dangerous places.
Wrong side.
And it's out of the dog's control. It's all mind control.
Oh god, it's being mind controlled.
Not so wise. This one has no safety railings. Knock back the troll.
Is that what safety railings are really for? To protect us from the trolls? Well, I guess I never thought about it. Good morning. I didn't sleep that well last night, so we're having a very slow start to the day. I'm also letting my book decide what I eat today for the day 3 reading rush challenge, so that'll be fun. Fun? Maybe. So what do I have to update you on? Yesterday we went to the Forgotten Forest and my mum came too, and she got very into the whole vlogging experience, so I hope you enjoyed her creations. Also, I did manage to listen to a fair amount of The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest, especially I went for a run in the evening, quite a long one. I'm very impressed with myself, but maybe that should have made me sleep better, right? Maybe it's why I'm tired today. But anyway, I've only got 7 hours left and I'm listening to it on 2.5 speed, and honestly I think that's the right speed for listening to this book. So I should be able to get through this today. I'm actually enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would. It's much better than the second book. It is still annoying that there's all these strong, quite interesting women characters, and for some reason they all want to sleep with Mikhail Blomfist. Is that his name? I don't know. There's so many boring guys, and there's all this conspiracy that I don't really care about, but at least the conversations are kind of interesting. And in the beginning there wasn't enough Elizabeth Salander because she's my favorite character, but there's a lot more of her now, so I'm getting into it. But at the same time, I will be glad to be done with this. Then, as far as the Iron Trial goes, I think I managed to read about 100 pages yesterday. I was telling myself that I was going to stay up and just read until I finished it, but I was too tired, and then I turned off the light, and then I didn't sleep for an hour, and then I woke up and read some more. It was a weird night. But anyway, today I'm going to finish this. I don't really have anything to do except for we are going to go and try and find the Weeping Falls, and I need to do some editing. But other than that, I'm going to try and just do reading. Maybe I'm going to try and alternate between reading and housework and catching up on Booktube and editing. I don't know how today's going to work, but I definitely will finish this, and then I will need to try and pick up something else. Probably something for my actual Outlaw journey, because so far, I have read 2 books for the Outlaw journey, but I thought I would be further by now, so we need to catch up on that. I don't actually know where we go. Yeah, I think it's down, we go down here or something. Does that sound like a waterfall? Can't quite see it. I think there's another viewpoint from up there. Yeah, it looks alright. What do you think, puppy? I'm not going down there. I'm definitely not going down there. You probably get a good view of the waterfall as you fall down it. Toby doesn't even notice that the path ended. He's like, we just keep going, right? Good evening. So it is midnight, and I thought I'd do an update before I get ready to go to bed. Really, I should have gone to bed already, but I did manage to finish. I did manage to finish the Iron Trial. In the end, I really enjoyed it. I love the dynamic of the friend group, and I loved what happened in the end, and I'm really interested to see what happens next in this series. So yeah, I was kind of surprised how much I liked this. Wow, I need to put this down before it kills me, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. Then also, as far as The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest goes, I've only got 2.5 hours left, which since I'm now listening to it on 2.5 speed means it will take me 1 more hour, and I'm tempted to just stay up and finish it because I'm in like the final court case where it's all coming down to the line, but I really need to go to bed. I did also start Prince of Dogs, which is one of the last 2 books that I need to read for the Book Junkie trials. So I've got to read this one and also Before I Die, and then the Book Junkie trials will be done. As far as the reading rush goes, since I finished this, I now only need to listen to the audiobook of Red Rising. So I do think once I get myself ready for bed, I will read a little bit of this before I fall asleep, but I expect that I will fall asleep pretty quickly. And then tomorrow in the afternoon I'm going to see Jess, so it's just the morning that I've got to do stuff, but I also need to do some Reading Rush video challenge stuff in the morning, so I'm not sure how much reading time we'll actually get in the morning. I'll check in with you before I head off to Jason's. Good afternoon. So it is Friday afternoon. You know, the problem with staying up late to read is that you then end up sleeping in the morning, and then somehow you're behind again. So the little bit of time that I did have this morning, I spent filming my Reading Rush challenge, and I also did the one for day 6 because I don't think I'm going to be able to do any video challenges for the next couple of days. And also I have no inspiration for the day 5 or the day 7 one, so I suspect I'm not going to do those ones. But I think I did pretty well considering. And like honestly, there is so much Reading Rush content at the moment, nobody has time to watch them anyway. I mean, I've been struggling just to even keep up with my absolute favorites content, as well as trying to read, and I've completely given up on the rest of my life. Anyway, well, that's not true, because I am this afternoon going to go to Jason's place for the night, and then tomorrow we're having like a gaming afternoon party for my brother's birthday, where we'll just spend the afternoon and the evening playing games and eating pizza and all those good things. So I probably won't get any significant reading time until Sunday, but I am going to try and put like all of Sunday aside to try and like get as much reading done, because I am a bit behind. For the Reading Rush, I do only have to read one more book. So for the Reading Rush, I'm going okay. I just need to listen to my audiobook of Red Rising, and it's 16 hours, so that's a lot to get through when I am so busy, but I think I should be able to do it. So far, I've listened to the first sentence, and I thought that was okay. So hopefully I'll like the rest of it. I haven't read any more of Prince of Dogs since I talked to you last night. I've only read the prologue and the first chapter. Oh, the prologue is the first chapter. That's not usually how it works, is it? Anyway, I will take this with me when I go to Jason's tonight, but it's very unlikely I'll read very much of it. This is not the kind of book that you can read fast, which is unfortunate because I don't have much longer to finish it. I don't need to finish it this week, but I do need to finish it by Wednesday because that's the end of the month. And this is my book for the Queendom Stone. So I guess that's it. While I'm driving and stuff, I'll listen to this, and I guess I will catch up with you tomorrow probably and let you know how we're going. Hi, so I just got home from Jason's and I thought I'd give you a quick update before I head to my brother's birthday party. We're just gonna like play party games for the afternoon and eat pizza and ice cream. It's the perfect birthday. So in terms of reading, while I was at Jason's, I managed to read like 2 pages of Prince of Dogs. That's not very good. My goal is going to be to finish this weekend. I don't know if that's possible, but that's my goal. Also, as far as Red Rising goes, I've listened to 2 hours of it and it's okay. I don't know if it's what I expected, but I guess 2 hours of an audiobook isn't really that much to get a feel for it. So I also want to try and finish this weekend. I need to for the Reading Rush. This is my last Reading Rush book. I don't know how much I'll manage to listen to while I'm driving to the party and back. It's not that far to my mum's house, although I might drop my brother back home and that's a little bit further. I don't know. I probably won't see you properly again until tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll have like a concentrated reading day. I like the music.
Good, right?
Okay,
Well, I've got your butterflies.
I'm so glad, Mom.
I'll let you have them. I'm nice. Good morning. Since I stayed up late last night, I had a bit of a struggle getting up in time for the Book Junkie Trials competitive trials phase, final phase. Words are not our friend in the morning. So I'm awake and I'm waiting for it to start in about a minute, which is exciting. Bookish related, also yesterday since I saw my brother, I got the next 3 volumes of Death Note to read, so that'll be exciting. And oh, my brother keeps his books in such good condition. I feel scared to touch them. Otherwise, yesterday, I don't think I really got any reading done. I did briefly, when I was listening to Red Rising, I accidentally knocked it to the end. Luckily, I just heard like there's a song at the end, and I was really confused, and I was like, "You've finished?" I was like, I have not listened to this for long enough to have finished. But I think I've got like 12 hours, or at least 11 hours of it I need to listen to today, so I guess I will try and do that, as well as putting together all the answers for this Book Junkie Trials thing. Why don't we get in the ad? I don't want an ad. And then we get the little music. So then you still have to wait another 2 minutes. So cut. Oh, here we we
Yes,
go.
people, this is your queen speaking, and we are together for the final competitive tournament of the Book Junkie Trials.
I had a quick breakfast break, but I think going through and editing, researching, I have managed to answer all but one. Luckily, I have this borrowed from my sister, so let's check how many tea dragons are featured in the back of this book. 1, 2, oh, they're so cute. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 8 tea dragons. So, I think I've got all the answers. To be honest, I had a check and I've only read like 5 of the books from the 17 questions. So I'm somewhat concerned that some of the other ones are trick questions and that because I haven't read the book I won't get the trick. But maybe Rachel wouldn't be that mean. I don't know. Maybe she would. So I'm not going to submit my answers now because I've got the whole day to get them in. What I am going to do, I need to edit my Reading Rush challenge video. I'm not going to do the next Reading Rush challenges though because I can't think of a good story about reading recommendations. So what I need to do now is get dressed, do that video. I'll probably do that in the other order because blah. And then I really need to hurry up with reading Red Rising because I've realized I've got 13.5 hours left and I'm listening to it at 1.75, but I don't think I can go much faster because they've got like, I think it's Irish accents or Scottish accents. I'm not good at telling those apart, even though I feel like that's idiotic. Anyway, so I need to listen to my audiobook for about 8 hours today. And it's already 10:30. So that means if I started listening from now, I'm going to be listening to it like pretty much the whole day. And I also wanted to get like all the way through Prince of Dogs. I can't see that happening, but I guess I can listen to my audiobook and do all the other things I need to do at the same time, and then at the end of the day I can just sit down and read and focus on reading. We'll see how quickly we can get through this. I did want to go for a run later tonight too, and audiobooks and runs go really well together. I also think it's going to pour down later, so I'm not sure when the best time to go for a run is. Anyway, life is very difficult to coordinate, but I'm sure I'll survive. And I'll let you know how we go with our reading. Hi, so it's the afternoon now and I promise you that I have been dressed since you saw me last. But I just washed my hair so I'm now in a state of undress again. But I did go out to the library and pick up some books and return some books and all that. I got a couple of books which came up in my TBR machine challenge and for my newts. I think by the time you see this vlog I'll probably have already put up those TBRs, but maybe not. Who really knows? I also bought this zebra-ish dress to wear to this thing I have to go to on Tuesday. So that's good. I will have clothes for that. And while I was doing all that shopping and hair washing and stuff, I kept listening to Red Rising. So I've now got about 4 hours left to go. So I'm saving that for my run. I'm listening to it at 2 times speed now. So by the time I go for my run and do all the stuff on either side of the run, like getting changed and having a shower and all that, I should have finished to it. And I know it doesn't make much sense to wash my hair and then go for a run, but that's how we needed to do it. Also, I realized the one other thing that I need to do for the reading rush is that I need to watch Pride and Prejudice. So I've got that going. We're going to watch that now and then I can tick that challenge off. And so we should be on track to finish off everything for the reading rush. I'm definitely still behind on the Outlaw part of the Book Junkie trials, but I've got a few more days to go, so hopefully we can still get it done. Good evening. So I really do promise you that I got dressed today. I'm not lying about that. I went out for a run and I finished listening to Red Rising, and actually in the end I ended up enjoying it. I don't know that it's my favorite, and there was this big chunk in the middle that I thought was just a waste of time, and I started thinking I didn't really care about this whole school battle thing. But in the end, it kind of came together. I really liked, I can never remember her name. I want to say Mercury, but it's not that. Maverick, no. Mustang, I really like Mustang, and I'm interested to see how that continues. I guess I will be continuing with the series, which if you'd asked me halfway through the book whether I would be, I would have said no. So books can always surprise you. Now I am in bed, and I'm going to continue with Prince of Dogs. But, oh yeah, so I finished the reading rush, which is good. I read those 3 children's stories, the Gem comic, the Iron Trial. I listened to the audiobook of Pride and Prejudice, and I listened to the audiobook of Red Rising. Also, I watched the Pride and Prejudice movie, and I quite liked it. And some of it was a little bit boring, but I thought they did a really good job of making Darcy likable and understandable. I almost teared up a little bit in a couple of scenes, so it was well done. Anyway, I'll probably keep this vlog going for a couple of days, although I haven't started editing yet, so I have no idea how long it is, but we will work that out tomorrow. Everything can wait till tomorrow, except for reading. Reading will do some more tonight. Hi, it's me from the future, although when you watch this, I'll be in the past, so time is complicated, but also related to time. I finally got around to editing this vlog, and I realized that is way too long. So we're gonna cut it here with our congratulations, we finished the reading rush, and then I'll put my struggle to complete the Outlaw part of the Book Junkie Trials in another vlog. I only have 2 more books to go, so it should be easy, but will it be? I don't know, you'll have to track down my wrap up or that vlog if you want to know, but let's celebrate that I did the reading rush. It's very important to celebrate your achievements. I hope you also went well during the reading rush. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time.